Hey everybody, it's Coach Joe in PDX, and I'm proudly wearing the Oregon shirt. My son goes to Oregon, and my second son has been accepted to the University of Oregon this week, so it's a big feast week. So let's start with that game. It used to be the Civil War. It's been played since 1894. It's always a great game, always a great series, and it's now called something like the Platypus Bowl or something. I don't even know what it's going to be called. Willamette War, whatever. It is a great game. 4:30 ESPN today, Pacific time. Now, the Beavers' passing is horrible. So Oregon's going to stack the box, going to make Gebbia try to throw. It's going to be a miserable day for Gebbia, I think. Weather's like 40 degrees and raining. They were completing 12 passes a game right now. I've coached middle school teams that can throw more than that in the first half. I mean, this is ridiculous. You got to be able to throw the ball 15, 20 times and complete them. Not going to happen today. It's not going to happen much of this season for Oregon State, sadly. Jamar Jefferson, though, outstanding running back, averaging 150 yards a game. So Oregon's going to stack the box, put 8 guys up there, stop the run, try to make them throw. And on the other side, Oregon's very balanced. Their running attack, we called it out at the start of the season. They're in the top in the country for yards per carry, yards more than 20 rushing. Don't be surprised, though, if the Beavers get in the backfield, get some tackles for losses, get some sacks, etc. But then at the same time, Oregon will break some of those. So it's going to be some big plays going on. Now, the spread for Colorado has them down about, I don't know, like 10, 11 points, but they got the wrong team in the paper today. Colorado UST has been canceled. Looking forward to that game. It would have been a fun one. Hopefully it gets rescheduled. Colorado's now playing San Diego State. Good for them for rescheduling something. Seeing that a lot in hoops this week, where quickly teams are regrouping and changing. The big game is today. Now, this is really weird. In the Pac-12, we're in the middle of the season, and we're playing these big feast week games just like we normally would. The Civil War, the big game, etc. Look for Stanford to beat up on Cal. Cal has not looked pretty lately, so don't expect much there. UCLA is going to absolutely drill Arizona. Nothing going to happen there. UW, Utah, best game of the day potentially. I mean, both these teams really need the win. Both are playing well, so let's see what happens there. North Carolina. I've talked about this team all year long. If you heard me in the beginning of the year, I said don't be surprised if they have 6 or 7 wins by the time they get to the tough part of their schedule. Guess what? They have 6 wins. They play Notre Dame. I don't see it being that close. I've watched both teams. Notre Dame looks really good. North Carolina, they look good, but they've lost a couple. It's not going to happen. Notre Dame in that one. Nebraska, I think they're 1-4. I've said this for weeks. Cracks me up. And I also have not picked Indiana. Now I've picked them 2 weeks in a row. Going to pick Indiana again. I've also been surprised by Northwestern. Going to pick them again. Northwestern looking really strong, obviously. Michigan, Penn State. The losing coach of this game is going to go to Indeed and look for a job. I don't know what else to say. I think he's going to, and amazingly enough, either coach, Franklin or Harbaugh, could end up in the NFL. So hopefully it won't change. Franklin's got family, his young daughters in College Station. Hopefully they stay there. And you know, the school puts up with, you know, the tough season, the tough record. It's a different type of year. So hopefully there's patience. A lot of times in college football, there isn't patience. Guys are gone. There's a lot of 20-point games today. Florida, Clemson, Ohio State, Bama. You're not going to have any surprises. There's also a lot of 10 to 15-point, 10 to 20-point win. I don't have any surprises. I'm not going to give them to you. I'm going to talk about the college football playoff really quick, though, because this blows me away. Okay, Bama, Notre Dame, Ohio State, no surprises. Clemson, if they lose again, they're out. It's got to be that, right? You would think, right? But how about teams number 9, 11, and 13? Georgia, Oklahoma, Iowa State already have 2 losses. I don't get that. How are they even 9, 11, and 13? Doesn't make any sense. Texas A&M at number 5 and Florida at number 6. I've looked at their future schedules. They don't play anybody. You know, you got Tennessee and, you know, some of the weak part of the schedule. So they're predicting these teams are going to be 8-1 and 9-1 is my guess. Okay, but I don't think either one's going to qualify to get in the SEC championship. So how can you even do it? I don't know. I don't get that one at all. And then at number 14, 15, you got BYU and Oregon that are a combined 12-0. Seriously? Now BYU too, by the way, their original schedule had 3 Pac-12 teams and tough teams too. Utah, Arizona State, Stanford. They had 2 Big Ten teams, Minnesota, Michigan State. They had an SEC team, Missouri, and they had a couple other tough games, Utah State, Houston. That all got thrown out the window with the pandemic. So you're blaming BYU that teams canceled on them? I don't get that. They're 9-0. They look really good. Zach Wilson, Heisman Trophy candidate. They should be in the top 5, 6. There's no doubt about it. right? And I think Oregon should be right just beyond that too. Cincinnati is somewhere in that range, 7-8. That's where they belong too, I think. So really interesting stuff with college football playoff. Let's see who plays out through the next few weeks and what happens with that. We're going to see some surprises, I think. Let's go with it. But you heard it here first. This is Coach Joe signing off.